Winnie?
Silver, you're back.
Yeah, I had some things to attend to.
What'd you attend to?
Um, just speaking with some of the other pillars. Nothing too important.
Okay,
Um,
what do you need?
the whole point of this job is to teach, and I think I need to teach you some things. Um,
Really?
they're not
Say?
they're not necessarily knowledge based. I would consider them more to be life lessons. I suppose is a way that you could put it. Um,
What are they?
I have I have several. I've written them down. And this is the way that I was taught. This is the way that this is how I was taught. This is what I was told to do whenever I was the entity of wisdom.
So it's like how wisdom should be.
Yeah, we can go with that. It's there's never been another wisdom, so I'm basing it off of what I was given and how I was taught to do my duties. And I'm going to teach you just as I was taught, with rules similar to what I was given. And I believe that with these rules, with these little tidbits of advice, you will fit into your place eventually. I think it's possible. I think you'll fit in right into your little slot. It's just little
Okay,
bits
I can do that.
of advice that I was taught and that I've accumulated throughout the years.
So it's like a guidebook.
Yeah, a guidebook. But I think they are quite the important things that you should know, especially when interacting with others. So yeah, we'll go in the middle where it's a little bit more lit up, so that I can read my book better. So, I've written down a couple things that I need to read out. This is feeling oddly reminiscent.
Of what?
Nothing. No, I need you to anything that I say. You can have this book after we're done, but keep whenever you speak to others. Everything that I say here, I need you to keep it all in mind, because it will help you get through life, and it will help you be successful, and it will help you survive. Rule number 1. Mortals are destructive and awful by nature. They will patronize you any chance they get. Anyone you meet, any upper, mostly mortals, any upper, any mortal, any being, they are selfish and they are destructive, and they care about themselves and their allies and nobody else. And
What if I become one of their allies?
if you are their ally, it is a lot more likely that they would trust you. However, you always need to watch your back, because people will betray, people will lie, people will turn their back on you for the moment that they're promised something good for them. They will drop everything else that they care about. They are just how people are created. It's most everyone is selfish and they only care about their own desires and the people that are closest to them. Does that make sense?
Does that include Mr. Jude and you?
Jude is he is
Or am I
trustworthy.
one of their allies?
Yeah, sure. You can consider him an ally. Me and Jude are the only ones that you should trust. Everyone else you need to be cautious of. Which would lead into my next point, to always be careful of who you trust. Assume that everyone is a bad person until they can prove themselves otherwise to be a good person. Because if you go around assuming that every single person in this world has the best intentions, they will use that naive nature against you.
That makes sense.
So just whoever you speak to, whoever you want to trust, you always have to be careful around them. Make sure that they are who they say they are, that their intentions are what they say they are, that they aren't going to, snap at a moment's notice. I've met quite a few people that do that.
Okay, that makes sense.
So that was rule 1 and rule 2. Rule number 3. Create no emotional attachments to anything. Everything gets destroyed. Everything, every building, every place, every place that you will ever walk. Everything will be destroyed without time. Everything will be destroyed eventually. It's just the way of the world. You can't create any emotional attachment to any place, any person, anything, because everything will leave, will die with given enough time. The underground, this temple, this entire world, it will all, probably not within the time that you're alive, but one way or another, it will cease to exist. And it is better to never create any emotional attachment to anything, so that when it does cease to exist, you don't feel that. Number 4, keep to yourself as best as possible. Don't let anyone know anything about you. They will use it against you. It's better to really all information, but especially sensitive information about things that you deeply care for, things that anger you, things that get you going. It's best to keep all of that secret, because people will find it out. They will force that information out of you, and they will use it against you to get what they want.
That makes, yeah.
It's just,
okay.
It's part of the, like I said, the selfish nature of people. They will pry information out of you and use it to get what they desire. Number 5, assume that everyone is always out to get you. It's part of being an upper. Especially this line. The fates and the wisdoms, they have not had a good reputation, and because of that, you are automatically starting off on the wrong foot with a lot of people. And it's how it is. It's part of being a part of this line. I was off on the wrong foot the moment I was created, and in turn, you are as well. So it is always better to assume that someone is out to get you, rather than naively trusting that they will be different. It's a safety precaution. You don't want to make yourself vulnerable to people who are most likely going to betray you.
You don't.
Number 6, never, under any circumstance, attempt to try and break your oath. Even if it has no real tasks, even if it's only to listen to what I do. Even if a demi breaks their oath, it will have very, very bitter consequences. And it always depends on the severity. But they will trap you, they will exile you, they will torture you, they do not like when an upper breaks their oath. Rule number 7. Whatever you do, do not fail your task. Being a demi is what you were made for. It is your duty and it is your purpose. It is the core component of your creation. Every upper is expected to follow what their oath says and what their purpose is. And like I said before, with never breaking your oath, if you fail, there will be consequences. Not necessarily from me, but from the ones above me. It's just how it is. You are created for a purpose, and you are always expected to follow that purpose, even if it's something as simple as listening to someone else. It is still a purpose.
Okay.
And while I know that these rules may seem, harsher on paper, I have your best interest in mind. I want you to succeed. I want you to do well. And these rules are the guide to doing well and making sure that you fulfill the purpose you were created for. Because at the end of the day, that is the point of an upper, to fulfill a purpose, to keep balance. So, even if it seems harsh, it's for your own good. And I wouldn't be telling you this if I didn't think it was important. You can keep that book with you, and if you ever need a little reminder on the rules, you're more than welcome to look over it. Keep it. I don't really know where you've been staying, but keep it wherever you've been staying. Keep it in the temple. Keep it on your person. Just wherever you need it to be. And again, like I said, I know these seem harsh on paper, but they have good intentions behind them. And I know that with enough training,
I mean, that makes sense. Because, I don't think you'd really, be mean about teaching.
Yeah. I'm doing what's best for you, and I need you to understand that even if I am harsh, it's what's best for you. Jude, well, I'm sure he also has good intentions in mind. He doesn't quite understand how uppers should be raised. It's a lot different than that of raising a mortal child.
Is it?
Well, mortal children, for starters, upper beings typically are born mentally and physically ahead of a couple years, while mortal children always have to start at 0 and work their way up. And upper beings, they're given a task, they're given a job. Mortal children aren't really given that. And he said he's babysat, but he only understands mortal children. He does not understand upper beings. So, while I'm sure he has good interests in mind, it just, keep in mind that at the end of the day, you are an upper being, and you are expected to act like one. Got it?
I will.
Okay. Well, like I said,
I'll remember that, and I'll act like an upper being.
And that's really all I came here for. I have some other things I need to get to. I just thought it would be helpful to give you a quick little life lesson and a couple things you should keep in mind when interacting with other people. I will speak to you later, the next time I decide that Just the next time I think that it's necessary, I will speak to you later. Or the next time I end up here. I'm sure I'll have to come back here at some point. But either way, I will speak to you later. You can return back to whatever it was you were doing before this. And I hope that you keep my words in mind